The temperature's outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. On the Carolina sideline, the head coach Dave Canales. His guys falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. His counterpart, the Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon. His guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so he's got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Arizona. Jones now on the return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry for the pick product, James Conner. And that'll be a pickup of 3. It's a pickup of 3. They'll go again here to Conner. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up. Conner's got the first down and more. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. That's good. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Conner. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Murray moving outside the pocket, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. On third down, Murray. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming.
A 41-yard attempt.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals will take a 3-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. It certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball, but he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
They'll run here, the former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Leggett in motion. Young to throw on first down. Moving to his left. Now he takes off. And he'll slide to a hook after picking up about 6. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 4. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. He's got his man. Sneak in. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. The ball comes out. And fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover. They retain possession. A second down throw for Young. The set up the screen here to Hubbard. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Down to the 10. And he'll take this one's in. Juba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. That is first touchdown of the new year. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The extra point.
No problem there on the extra point. Panthers move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Cardinals offense ready now for their second drive. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10, and then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. To throw again is Murray. Back to the right side. Caught by the crowd. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Throwing again is Murray. He's going to run it. And he will get into the end zone. Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. His second rushing touchdown of the year. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good.
Panthers 7.
Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll get across the 20, pluck him down to the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The shotgun. Young. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
McMillan, the man in motion. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Panthers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second. That one intercepted. The safety, Jalen Thompson. And he is going to bring this one. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, really one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will get out in front 17-7.
17. Panthers 7. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, and then you look at Ashton Jenkins. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit.
And he lost the football. The Cardinals say they have it, and they do. When the ball comes out and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. It's a designed run for Murray. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Murray now on 2nd down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on down. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hunter. He'll push forward for about a yard. Shot swept there on the tackle. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Young. Can't get away, and he loses the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
A 12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on down. They'll run with Connor. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. There'll be no gain on that one.
It's a loss of
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
32-yard line.
They'll go right back to Connor. And much more room to run on this one. Pick up of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. This one off the right upright. missed it. No good. And their lead will stay right where it is. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's the rookie out of Michigan, Will Johnson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Extra point now by Riley. His kick is good, and the Cardinals up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Panthers 7. To kick off for Arizona.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird fields you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? There certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Oh, McMillan! Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. 4th down. Here's Murray. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete. The pass is taken for Xavier again. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Young. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is out of bounds. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Young. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation and the...
And look at this! The extra point is blocked. looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. This is caught. And he's going to go into the end zone, but there is a flag down. And this is all going to be erased. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets?
And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with a fake spike, but it does not pan out. So it's a win for the Cardinals. And right away you can point to the turtle cap. Always he tells the story so often. He did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say, so long from Glendale.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to this week. We start in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Bengals are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And for those wondering if Christian McCaffrey still has it, watch. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Washington Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Packers are out to a 2-0 start. They roll in this one. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.